Wednesday the 23rd of October 2024. Today I am using the Tarot of Enchantment by Poppy Palin, and let's have a look and see how can we make this day awesome. What do we need to know? What do we need to be mindful of? What do we need to be aware of as we go through this glorious Wednesday? It's a beautiful day by me. The sun is shining. It's not too hot yet. It is just perfect. So let's have a look. How can we make this day awesome? Right, finding a card at random, and I'm being picky today. I want the one in the middle there. And the card that we have, the Three of Blades. You know what? Three of Blades is not fabulous, friends. Three of Blades is the card of sorrow. It's the card of heartbreak. It's the card of disappointment. It's the card of struggle, of, all of those kind of negative words. And if we look at the artwork, you can see that, she's sewing. The tears are flowing. If we look behind her, oops, I can't get the right finger, you can see that there's a photo of her and I presume her loved one. And the assumption is that the relationship has ended. And she's devastated. She's got a little pincushion over there, and she's got pins in the pincushion, and she's sorrowful. Her heart is broken. So this tells us that today something may go wrong. There may be disappointment, there may be sadness, there may be grief around something, but to me it's a thing that has happened. Okay, so something has happened, and then it's brought about, or it will bring about, some kind of sorrow, some kind of grief, some kind of sadness. The message that this card brings is saying to you that we need to acknowledge the feelings. And this is something I say a lot in my content, is that we need to acknowledge our feelings, because for some reason, and I don't know why, but we all tend to feel like releasing emotion, showing emotion is a bad thing, and we feel like we need to suppress all the time, and that's not accurate. That's not right. If there's an emotion, especially an emotion around sadness, around sorrow, around grief, around unhappiness, we need to let it out, because when we bottle it in and hold it in, it festers, and when it festers, it becomes like a volcano, and eventually when it erupts, it's crazy. So to prevent us getting to that stage, we need to acknowledge the emotions that we're feeling, and we need to release the emotions as and when they come up. So today, if there is, I just noticed as well, so we've got this kitty cat here staring out the window, and there's the bird, and the kitty cat is like, I want to go out, I want to go and chase the bird, I want to go and catch the bird, as cats like to do. But the cat can't. He can't get out. He can't get outside because the window is closed. So the cat is even feeling mournful, sorrowful, sad, disappointed, because the cat can see its goal right in front of it. I mean, there's the bird right there. I want to catch it. I want to chase it. I want to. Natural instincts, but it's resisting because it can't. The door is closed. So something like that is going to happen, where you're going to have a natural instinct to do something, and you can't. There's an issue that takes place, a situation that takes place, which prevents you from experiencing what it is that you need to, and the result of that is going to be the negative emotion. Okay, so be mindful of it today, and it doesn't have to be anything as disastrous as an end of a relationship. It could be something as simple as your favorite takeaway for lunch is out of stock on your favorite food. It could be something as simple as that, or it could be something, whatever it is. Just be mindful today. Just be aware. There's Rocco in the background over there saying hello. I hope he's not getting up to mischief at the back there. I'm always petrified that they grab my cards off the shelves and have a chew. He's normally quite good. It's the little girl that's the terrorist. All right. So today, be aware of your feelings, be aware of your emotions, be aware of what you're going through. Just acknowledge when you're feeling sad and allow yourself to feel sad. You don't have to have a 2-day long pity party, but certainly acknowledge the emotions and allow them to take place. Right, let's get another card. And again, I'm scratching in the middle. What do we have? We have the Six of Blades. So yeah, if we look at this artwork, so we've got a family. It looks like a masculine, a feminine, and a child, and they're on a lake, a frozen lake by the looks of it. Okay, so we can see that they're on a frozen lake. They are ice skating, and as they're ice skating, so we have these cracks that are developing. Okay, so here we have these cracks that are developing. Yes, he's got a little stick to hold him up, and mommy and I haven't got fingers in the right places. The mommy and the child are supporting each other and helping each other there, but things aren't looking so great, are they? Things are not looking so great. So the Six of Blades, now it's interesting that we've got the 2 from the suit of Blades, right? Blades is the suit of Swords. So the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is the card that says, we know we need to move. We know we need to go. We know we need to progress. We need to go elsewhere and something like that. You know, sometimes you just feel uncomfortable in a place and you just feel as if this is not where I'm supposed to be and this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. But obligation keeps you there and you feel as if, well, you know, it's not really good for me to move on. It's not really good for me to go elsewhere because, you know, what will people think? What will people say? So I better just stay where I am. I better just suck it up, you know. I don't know again why we have this tendency to not want to trigger other people or disappoint other people, and therefore we carry the burden and the pain and the suffering on our own. So the Six of Blades is the card of saying our situation is precarious. Where we are is dangerous. We need to move. So they're moving in this direction, so that they're sort of going in that direction. They don't know whether the ice is better ahead of them. They don't know whether further on in the lake it's better or whether the ice is thinner. They don't know. They're trusting, but they're also realizing that they have to go. They have to make a change. They have to do something because staying is not an option. So this is what you need to be mindful of today. Right, let's put these two together and let's put them where you can see them. Right, so this is what you need to be mindful of today. Today there is going to be sorrow, sadness, disappointment, a heartache, okay, around something. Once you acknowledge that, once you see that and realize that for yourself, you need to realize that you have to go, that you have to move, that you have to go to a different place. So whether it is just disconnecting yourself from the pain and suffering, so in other words, if a person says something that hurts you today, you don't have to stand there and smile and go, yes, I understand, thank you. You don't have to. You can actually make an excuse and hightail it out of there. And that's what this card is saying to us. You need to separate yourself from whatever it is that is causing pain and discomfort. So if it's something that happens at work, as an example, okay? So if you're sitting at the office and something happens and suddenly all of these emotions come up because of that situation, you need to separate yourself. That doesn't mean resigning from your job. That doesn't mean walking out of your job. It means making an excuse to either go for a walk in the garden or to go and sit in your car and cry for half an hour or to take the afternoon off and go home. Okay? Make an excuse. Do whatever you need to do to disconnect, to separate yourself from that which is causing you pain. You do not need to be sitting in that pain. You do not need to be staying in that emotion. Acknowledge the emotion. Do something about it. Acknowledge and do. I know it sounds so easy, doesn't it? It sounds so easy. You know, in theory, it sounds so easy. And I know that the practical application of that is not so easy. I understand that. But now that you know to be mindful of any kind of emotion that comes up and then to do whatever you need to do. And I understand that moving away or disconnecting or separating or just going to sit in the car, it may create other problems for you at a later stage because that's what this card is saying. You don't know where you're going to, if it's any better or any worse. You don't know if it's safer or not safer, but one thing is for sure, you cannot sit in this space because that is unhealthy and that is going to cause you untold problems, and we don't want that today. So today, friends, be mindful, and anytime you feel sad, anytime you feel disappointed, anytime you feel any kind of negative emotion, separate yourself from that, move on, give yourself the time. Give yourself the opportunity to experience what it is that you need to experience. And by doing so, you will come out of it happier, better, and just able to deal with whatever you need to deal with. I'm sending you so much love. Take care of yourselves and see you tomorrow.